Before I get started on this super important video that no one asked for, I'm just gonna say I am here, I'm okay, my surgery went well. I am still working on editing the video that I filmed during that week, which was spring break week, and there is a hell of a lot more that I have been planning to do, but today is my first day of summer break, and just wanted to let you know that I'm here. I would like to ask for you to subscribe to my channel, not before you've watched the video, obviously. I just want you to know that that's an option. My phone just made a noise. This is why I brought you here. I'm sure anybody who lives in the United States probably remembers when at least, maybe they didn't hear about it the day it came out, or it happened a couple years later. I think I got this in 2000 or 2001. But in 1999, the United States started creating state commemorative quarters for every state, and they released them in order in which they joined the Union. So they started with Delaware and ended with Hawaii. The list is on the back here in the order and which year they came out. There were 5 quarters per year, starting in 1999 and ending in 2008. When I was a child, my grandmother came home with these. I was still in Alaska, so I was probably 8 years old, which means it was probably the year 2000. That makes sense. So it was about a year after these came out. No, it was actually probably 2001 because there were a ton of New York quarters, and New York came out in 2001. So this is basically a folder that has a map of the United States on the inside, and on each state, or at least near it, in the case of all of these eastern states that are too tiny to hold their own quarters, there's a space for that state's commemorative quarter. Well, most people probably forgot about it, or these things probably started rotting away inside of their closets. But for me, because I'm an obsessive person, I completed it. It took me until maybe 2010 or 2011. No, maybe around 2012 to finish it, even though the last of the state's commemorative quarters were released in 2008. I kind of fell off of it for a while, and then when I opened it back up, I realized I needed those quarters, and now I have a full set of these quarters. But that's not all. I not only have a full set of these quarters, I have 2 sets of these quarters. There are 2 quarters in every single one of these slots, because that's how much fits. And believe me, I actually used a hammer to put them in. You can tell because there are parts where it's ripped, where I accidentally punched through the whole folder. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm going to be moving to another country in September, and I'm trying to get rid of almost everything I own, and at least downsizing on things that I don't want to keep. And this folder is big and it is heavy. So when I unpacked this from a box that I haven't opened in almost 2 years, I realized that I don't want to get rid of my quarters, because I am a coin collector. I do enjoy having my coins. Like, I have other coins, and I'll probably get into those in the future eventually, but this is the biggest case I have for any of my coins. So I decided that I was going to order smaller albums that aren't shaped like a map and don't take up so much space, because this is heavy, and also it takes up so much space, it's just kind of useless. And on top of that, this is 1999 style. So a few weeks ago, I decided to order those albums, and the first 2 didn't come in the mail, and I didn't receive them. And my permanent address is not the place that I'm living here, it's somewhere else. So the person who was there claimed to not have received them, and I believed her because, well, I trust her with my life. And so I went on Amazon and I chatted with somebody, said that they didn't arrive, and I got a refund to reorder them. So I ordered 2 more with the money that they refunded me. But right when it came, my friend ended up finding the others and brought all 4 of them to me. So it looks like either I can give 2 of them away, or I can keep them and try to fill them out as well. So what I'm going to do today is transfer all of these quarters into these books, and you're gonna watch me have fun with that. Yay! Whew, I've had this folder for a very long time. I put tape on every single one of these because some of them were tight enough to hold the quarters and others were not, so that if I did this, they would fall out. So now I've got to remove all the tape as well. The Delaware State Quarter has Caesar Rodney on a horse. Ta-da! It's completely empty. I punched through most of them to get them out. Just to give a little added context, this is a school photo of me from the year that this folder came out. Look how fucking young I look. I remember that shirt too, I really liked it. Pure 90s fashion is what that was. And here is my now completed quarter album. Ta-da! I'm not going to add these ones to this album just yet because they were tape side, so they're a little sticky and they've already collected fuzzies from my faux fur rug. So I'm gonna clean them and then I'll add them. And then I'll have 2 professional looking albums full of state quarters. And I still have no idea what to do with the extras. Anyway, that's it for the video none of you ever asked for. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you could, please subscribe. It'll help me out a hell of a lot. And I will see you in my next video, probably talking about my spring break and the surgery I just survived. Johnny!